Good day. Good evening. Time for another stream of Starfield. So, for anybody who may have watched my last video, I have learned something. This game is required to be on an SSD. Something I figured out after playing the game last night. The game yesterday was very choppy. It was very jumpy, and it comes down to the fact that it was actually because I had been I had it installed on my storage drive. I installed most of my games on my storage drive. I just didn't think about it. I didn't look at the minimum requirements for the game because I just figured my card was good enough, my CPU was good enough, and so just didn't really think about it until after the game last night. So I have, and there's more. I'd like another playthrough of this. I was playing through just to see what the gameplay was like without the choppiness, but yeah. that is an actual thing that you have to think about. Is and so we are here. I've also learned something else. When you're standing in the ship, you can actually store stuff in the ship. Found that out yesterday. Alright. Let's,
Hey, Bosco. What? No Barrett? Let me guess. Protocol Indigo again?
Your memory is uncanny.
And he's your new captain. My crew can take a look at your ship, and you can stop by the Trade Authority kiosk if you need to offload some cargo. Looks to me like you're already in pretty good shape. I'm sure you can find something you like.
the Rambler. These are 57,000. Wow, I'm now seeing where the prices are. I'm definitely a long way from a new ship. These don't seem to have. Well, that one has missiles.
The Trade Authority runs a vending kiosk next to my booth. It's just off to the side, near the ramp. Besides that, Jemison Mercantile is your closest shop if you're looking for a bit of everything. That's further in, past the security checkpoint. I would try the viewport. It'll be on your left, once you get into the plaza. Sure, have at it.
All right. I think this is what I need to upgrade. Because I had a lot of stuff in my things that wasn't filled in. Before I go through and let's
Everything looks good here. I'll be at my booth if you need me.
hey Vasco.
Captain, Constellation will be waiting for you at... I am relieved you have given up on carrying everything yourself.
Can I just take all? Wait,
The
did I
lodge is here
take
in the
this stuff?
city. There is room in my storage hold for further items.
So, inventory. Let's see. Don't want to get rid of the cutter. Sort by damage. Probably shouldn't sell the legendary weapon. So
You will not be able to walk at full speed with your pack that full.
okay. Corrosive. Ooh, instigating. Applies bleed damage. I'm sure I like this one. It's alright when you're in space. Against humans. Cutter. So I have 2 of these. Oops. Didn't mean to sell that axe, but I'm pretty sure I'll get another one at some point. I did like the laser rifle. So I want that cutter. So you lose 4 in one, and it goes to another. You lose 10 in airborne and gain it in corrosive. It's the same. Lose 15 in airborne, gain 5 in thermal and 5 in corrosive, or 10 in corrosive. Kind of wonder if this is actually better. Problem is, I'm not exactly sure. You know, for right now, I think I'm just gonna do that. Apparel. Don't want you. Don't want you. Don't want you. Don't want you. Gross. Yeah, that stuff I need to. So I don't quite know if this has any value right now. We'll just go ahead and get rid of all of this, and if it has some value, and then when I come back and play again, I will realize that. And it's the beginning of the game. I'm pretty sure I will get all of this again at some point. Oops, don't want to do that. And there's stuff I just want to put back in my. Yep. So go here. So yeah. So I went to go through and I do a second playthrough yesterday. There was a way to put stuff in the hold. Yeah, so that was one of the things I noticed on my second playthrough yesterday. I could probably do some upgrades. I kind of want to go see what's in the town first before I go all out upgrading my ship.
I can assure you, this unprovoked attack on a United Colonies research facility will not go unanswered. We'll get you settled into your new assignments as soon as possible. For you, Bobby, that includes meeting your new foster parent.
My parents aren't dead. They just took a different shuttle. I'll see them when they get here.
Oh, well, of course, that's sure possible. We'll just...
Helena Chambers, ID SSCOM 1327 HCHA. I was the station administrator. I'll need to report to Mast ASAP for a full debrief. My treatment thus far has been entirely unacceptable.
Any authority you had was forfeit the moment House Varun zealots breached the station's perimeter, and you failed to initiate proper evacuation protocols. Thank you for your service. We'll find you a new position commensurate with your experience. And Mr. Bosch, let me just say how honored I am to meet you. By all accounts, you're the only reason anyone made it out of there alive.
Well, just glad I still remembered my flight basics. It had been a while. So was shooting a gun.
I read all about New Atlantis. So cool. Is it true the Nat train goes 5,000 miles an hour? Do that citizens get special discounts? Or do the whole city celebrates when it's your birthday? Mine's June 11th, by the way. My parents took me to Aquila City last year. It kinda smelled. But I don't smell anything here.
No, yes, no, and I will certainly mark June 11th on my calendar. As for Aquila City, well, the air purifiers here in New Atlantis are state-of-the-art.
Ugh, Aquila City? Oh, don't even get me started on those simpletons.
A little unfair, don't you think? 3-star Rangers helped me out quite a bit a couple of years back. I ambushed my spacers near Marion. They assisted. No questions asked. Would help with some repairs so I could do an emergency jump home. Good people.
In any event, you all must be exhausted. Just give me a moment to coordinate some details with security. I'm really rather busy. If you'll excuse me.
What? No, just, go away. She can't do this to me.
Technically, I think she can, but
The well's been having
nice try.
problems all the time.
Guess you caught some of that, huh? The galaxy is at peace and somehow seems more dangerous than ever. Spacers, House Varun, Crimson Fleet, everyone trying to grab their piece. What happened to the early days, huh? When we just float through the stars and dream.
Some of us are still dreaming.
Well now, you don't know how glad I am to hear you say that. I'm right here with you, my friend. How can you not look up to the cosmos and just be overwhelmed by its beauty? So much possibility, so much hope, even despite recent events.
Spacers, who are they?
Really? You must have been hiding under a moon rock your whole life if you've managed to dodge those assholes. They're basically a bunch of space scumbags. Fly around, attack, and rob anyone they see. They're pretty disorganized and easy to fend off until they aren't. They're a different beast than the Crimson Fleet. Generally speaking, pirates want your stuff, so they can occasionally be reasoned with. Spacers, though, they tend to shoot first and ask questions never.
House Rune. What's that?
Not what, who. How to describe House Varun? Well, imagine a bunch of colonists who set off into the stars ages ago, disappeared, and then re-emerged as a sort of religious society. Faction, or cult, whatever you want to call them. They believe in some sort of celestial deity called the Great Serpent. Real nightmare fuel kind of stuff. About 100 years back, they picked a fight with pretty much everyone in the settled systems. I guess your school never covered the Serpent's Crusade, huh? We eventually made peace, sort of. Then they just disappeared. They're out there, somewhere. Or so folks assume. The ones that attacked us, they were the hardliners, for sure. You meet those?
Oops. So you've run into the Crimson Fleet?
Yep, that I have. Had to dump a load of cargo just last year. Microscopes. Can you believe that? Guess you can sell anything these days. Pirates are a tricky lot. In space, they're all about the hit and run. You jump in, steal your stuff, and get out of there fast. Keep your cool, and you can generally talk your way out of it, so long as you're not too attached to your valuables. Stumble upon them planetside, though, and their trigger fingers get much itchier. Ricardo Bosch. I was the lead researcher on the station that got attacked. It was business as usual until those House Varun crazies swarmed in, spouting their scripture or whatever it was. Even the Marines were overwhelmed. Honestly, I'm just lucky to have made it out of there in one piece. We all are. Now, I just want to get back to work. Where is that woman? Goodbye.
Does that woman?
I've never been in a battle before. Everyone kept telling me to keep my eyes closed, but it's kind of hard to do that when you're running. At first, I thought it was ecliptic mercenaries shooting at us, but it wasn't. It was these other people yelling about serpents and stuff.
Galaxy is a tough place, kid.
Is that really an appropriate thing to say to a child?
Gotta learn somehow.
Anyway, I'm fine now. I hope my parents don't take too long getting here.
You really can't complain about something that is literally about a war.
Yes, keep politics out of war, please.
God, this game looks beautiful. Looks even better now that I've actually fixed out my graphics problem.
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving. I used to be an actuary. Now look at me.
Okay, yeah, steel. Okay. I see the marker there. Well, it says steel is your option, but the big indicator is that red mark on it. Because, like, if you go here, it doesn't have the red mark, but these do. Let's try not to get arrested by the guards here.
Okay, no bounty. You're clear. Enjoy your visit.
Hey, almost the same year Starfleet was.
Really exciting things with holograms. They're incredible.
God, this game is beautiful. Mission board. Okay. Let's go ahead and head towards my quest marker. They did a pretty good job on this city.
How are you? Everything good? Just taking things one day at a time. You know how it is?
Kind of busy right now.
This is New Atlantis Transit, or the NAT. It provides free transportation throughout the city. We can take it directly to the Mast District.
Okay. Definitely should do that. Yeah. I'm getting a lot of the Skyrim vibes on Stilling so far in this. Oops. I didn't have a character who stole in what does it have a steal from? I didn't have a character who was a thief in Skyrim, but my wife did, so. Ooh, exploration. By the way, my the whole graphics issue that I was having yesterday, it was because I had the game on my storage drive instead of a solid state, and the game requires solid state. As you can see, the game runs absolutely gorgeous right now.
Although I have attempted an analysis several times, I simply cannot quantify humans' addiction to caffeine.
How are you doing? It's been a while since we had a chance to catch up.
I've got no complaints. Really, I've been pretty blessed to have the life that I do.
This is very interesting. So they've actually gone out of their way to add different body types and stuff in this game. Instead of everybody walking around being as thin as a rail.
It seems like a small decision. They all add up over time, and it's paralyzing. You never stop thinking.
Buddy, it's coffee. Pick one, get out of the way, and let us...
At this rate, I won't even have a collection.
Yeah, yes. Well, sure, can't give up now.
Perhaps my luck will turn.
Yeah, I noticed after I stopped playing, well, right before I stopped playing, I went to go look at the requirements for the game, because I started thinking that maybe I hadn't looked at the requirements well enough, and maybe my computer was underqualified. Now, I have an 11900K CPU, and I have a 360. I thought that would be good enough. I assumed that would be good enough. But I didn't look at the minimum requirements because I play Fallout and I play Fallout 76 and you know, Skyrim, and didn't have any problems. This is basically the same engine as those games, so I didn't even think about it. But sure enough, right in the little small print in the requirements is that it requires an SSD.
Excuse me.
Exploration. Can you go up in this, or is it just... Oh, you can. Nice.
Barrett enjoys this establishment. He frequently buys chocolate here, though I have informed him repeatedly it is likely a significant contributing factor to his being overweight.
Hope you're finding everything you need. Hi there! Thanks for stopping in. Feel free to look around. I can take care of transactions, and if you've got questions, just ask. Oh, please, take a look.
Vendor. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, wow. Any cool helmets? Just a different color.
Thanks for coming in.
The viewpoint.
Hope life is treating you well. Let me know if I can get you anything. Hey there. Always nice to see a new face. First time in New Atlantis?
Yes, it is.
Oh boy. I didn't mean for you to take it personally. It's just something to say to customers. Break the ice. Know what I mean? Listen, you just relax. Make yourself comfortable. You're welcome to stay as long as you want. That work for you, new guy? Let me know if there's anything I can get you. You're in the right place. You know, I had a guy in here last week ranting that General Shao ought to send the Marines down into the well. I'm usually all for letting folks speak their mind. Most times it can't be helped after a few drinks. But that was just too much. Anybody stuck living in the well, it almost certainly isn't by choice. And things down there aren't that bad. I hear there's some sort of citizens group trying to get the old Valroon embassy torn down. When I first heard about it, I thought it was a bit extreme, but really, would you want to move into that place? Me neither. And it's not like they're ever coming back. House Valroon, I mean? Well, at least not make nice and be all diplomatic. We all know how that ends.
Yeah, they have actually a good variety of helmets right so far. So there was the four I just saw, and then there was two that I picked up along the way. There was a different helmet that I picked up when I was playing through after I fixed the whole graphics issue last night, and so it's nice. I mean, they have that's a sweet looking mask right there.
Yes?
So I'm kind of gonna have to get used to talking to people for some like hints for quests, because I've not played a game like that since the last time I think I played Skyrim, because I don't even think Fallout gives you quests that way.
Well, hello. You hear about the job by any chance? The officer over there can help you with any bounty issues.
A job? Tell me all about it.
Part-time security officer. The position's very flexible. You can basically work whenever you're available. No pressure. We've had some gaps in the schedule lately. Macy's out on maternity leave, Jose's on loan to Sidonia. When it rains, it pours type of situation. So really, we just need someone to fill the void. Interested?
I love money.
Well, first things first, I have to ask. Do you have any security experience at all? It sure counts for something. I mean, you're alive. And resilience is definitely an important trait for any officer. Well, I think I've heard all I need. Your first assignment couldn't be easier. Go to Mast and check in with Agent Plato at Aegis. There was a package left at a dead drop, and they need UC security to handle it. He'll fill you in on the details.
I'm so glad I came back to talk to him first before I went.
You know, MAST, the Military, Administrative, and Scientific Triumvirate. Giant building in the center of the city? Headquarters of the entire United Colonies? I really should have given you a more thorough interview.
Too late, you've already hired me. You mentioned Aegis. Who are they?
Aegis? They're basically UC intelligence. They help identify threats to New Atlantis before they become problems. While we're separate departments, there are times we need to rely on each other, so it's important to keep a good working relationship. We do Agent Plato this favor, and maybe he'll toss us some intel when an investigation's stalled. Tit for tat. You know how it works.
Why am I bringing the package here, not Aegis?
Well, just because you're bringing it here doesn't mean that's where it'll end up. As for why, you can ask Aegis. As far as I'm concerned, it's none of my business. Let me know if you have any questions.
No soliciting. Do I need to call security?
I would like to know how I can get some of your armor.
Wish that bartender at the viewport would stop complaining to security. I don't know what she lost, but she won't get it back by annoying us.
How you liking that laser gun?
Pew, pew.
I was just talking to her.
I have nothing to say.
Alright. Well, it's nice talking to you then. So apparently I should go talk to the bartender again. She's missing something. I also kind of want to go up the elevator now. Distractions. Hey, you.
Hey there, new guy. Good to see you again. Can I get you something?
Yeah, I heard you're missing something. Wait. You're... Maybe I'm talking to the wrong person.
Yep. Spaceport traffic keeps me pretty busy. But just between you and me, I've got something in the works that'll change everything. A new drink that'll make this place famous. Galaxy-wide.
Yeah, I'll give it a try.
You would love it, I guarantee. Only, I can't make you one right now. Don't have the ingredients. I made a deal with a hauler to bring me some small samples of an ingredient I think will make all the difference. But it never showed up. Turns out the guy I hired was also hired by a few other folks. The kind of folks who ship less than legal cargo. Security got wind, and the whole lot was impounded. Now they're just sitting on it, taking their sweet time like they always do. It's killing me.
I actually haven't gotten Vasco stuck in the train. I did go a way that it doesn't seem like he could go when I was in the main courtyard here. And he kind of just walked around it. But I wouldn't be surprised. You know, Bethesda's always had issues with their AIs. I mean, you should just go talk to security. See if you can get what's yours.
I submitted all the paperwork, believe me. It won't amount to anything, but I did it. And really, I'm not even certain this is what I need to finish the recipe. I think it is. I need to get my hands on that cargo.
It does sound like it has an ominous tone.
I mean, doing something about this won't exactly be on the straight and narrow, will it?
Yeah, sure.
I really do. It's gonna keep me awake nights if I don't try. Before we say anything else, I am in no way asking you to do anything that might violate any of the many, many laws in place here in New Atlantis or the larger United Colonies. This is just one friend talking to another friend, asking if maybe that friend could possibly find a way to get her important cargo out of the impound. And if, hypothetically, that were done in a less than 100% legal way, well, that might not be the worst thing in the world. You, with me on this?
I'll see what I can do.
God, you have no idea what a relief this is. I'm obviously not expecting you or anyone to go in guns blazing and taking hostages or something. I just figure there has to be a way to get what I need.
I'll figure something out.
I'm not worried. I'm annoyed. Wait, are you saying I should be worried? No, of course not. It'll be fine. Totally fine. I trust you. I'm obviously not expecting you or anyone to go in guns blazing. Stop by anytime you'd like to catch up.
Ever been to Sidonia? My brother works there.
So... let's see, can I get him? Oh, Vasco, come over here. You can do it, Vasco. Oh, apparently smart enough to walk around stuff on here. Elevator was over here. I think it is. So what 4 options do I have? The well. The well needs help.
Hope you're not agoraphobic.
More stuff. Hey, more helmets. Kind of want that.
You ask me, the real New Atlantis is down here. That stuff topside. All this stuff is legit. Promise.
Does the UC have a lot of surplus?
Look around. You tell me. UC is a big organization. A lot of planets, a lot of people, whole lot to keep track of. Sometimes they don't do such a good job of that. Sometimes stuff falls through the cracks, winds up collecting dust in some warehouse. But that's all right, because I, and by extension you, get to benefit. I make great deals on stuff in bulk, you get some low prices. Everyone wins.
How's things living in the well?
A lot of people will tell you it's the worst. One step above being homeless. They'll whine about how folks topside have it so much better. Me? I like it. It's more real down here. Topside, everyone's trying to show how civilized and rich they are. Oh, it's exhausting. But, hey, to each their own. Take your time. I got all day.
So... See, I just joined the UC. I'm assuming that I might get some of this stuff later on, so I'm not going to buy it. Very nice poncho. So much stuff.
Sorry, what? Wasn't listening.
They say they don't need a programmer on board, but their shipboard system literally uses quantum synergy software.
Alright, I think I'm gonna go back to the quest. Yeah, there's Poncho. I can run back over here. Right there. Here's a frontal view of it. Poncho!
Their entire personality.
I'm impressed so far, so we shall go back to Promenade.
It's nothing like an afternoon off.
Yep. Oh. Alright, so there is fall damage. It's good to know. What you got there?
Don't be so cynical.
Yeah, we'll go to math. Try to move the story along. Quest marker is this way. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Yeah. Aim for the trees. the best part about that scene is the fact there were absolutely no trees with any eyesight of that shot. Apparently, I need to go someplace else.
We may be in a United Colonies city, but Constellation is an entirely neutral entity, and always has been.
It's like all very pretty.
Here we are, the lodge. The front door should unlock if you hold up the watch that Barrett gave you. I have messaged the other members of Constellation. They will be waiting for us inside.
It is a Pip-Boy.
Captain, everyone will be in the library, just inside. If Barrett were here, he'd probably tell you that you're part of something bigger now, and he hopes you'll make this place your home.
Can explore.
What I'm suggesting is so outlandish. All the phenomena we see. What I'm saying is the most impossible theory. We appear to have a visitor.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about. Would you care to tell us what happened to our friend? Why you're here and he isn't?
Pirates attacked. Barrett asked me to deliver the artifact.
I see. Vasco, verify.
All statements made have been factual.
This is just typical. Barrett hands over our ship and our robot to some random employee of that discount mining outfit he uses.
Walter.
And if we hadn't insisted on installing those emergency protocols, I guarantee you this rock breaker here would be halfway to Neon.
It's
But that didn't happen. He's here with the artifact.
Thank you, Matteo. Now, let's focus on what's in front of us, shall we? What happened when it was extracted? Did anyone see anything? Hear anything? Interesting. Similar to Barrett's description of the experience, with less embellishment.
Are you hearing this? Do you all believe me now?
Whether it happened or not wasn't in doubt. But honestly, Country, you expect us to believe in fairy tales?
If this is the greatest mystery in the universe, why couldn't it be part of the ultimate mystery?
But gentlemen, can we please focus? Noel, I think it's time we tested your theory.
Right. Let's see. We know the artifacts react to each other. The pieces we already have move when they're in close contact. Now, if we add this new one to the two we already have...
The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
That's it. Just like the others.
And to imagine, we thought there were only two of them at first.
Oh my god, that's it. They're reacting. Look at how it's coming together. That energy that's arcing between them, no manufactured material in the settled systems can do that. None of them. This proves
Easy, girl. Breathe. You'll have a heart attack.
She's not the only one. If they're coming together, that means there's a set.
Built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
Still 2,000 credits for our little wager, Country?
You're on, Walter.
Well, if we had all the answers, it wouldn't be exciting. Now, would it?
Not to take away from the moment, but what are we going to do about our new friend here?
So, are you ready to get to work? See if exploration is the life you want to lead in this little universe of ours?
I'm in. Tell me what happens next.
You should take some time to get settled in. Introduce yourself to everyone. Some of our members aren't here, but you'll meet them soon. Come find me when you're ready. You and I are going to be doing some traveling together. Get your feet wet. And here, I think you've earned something for bringing the artifact to us. In addition to credits, why don't we set you up with a backpack with some boost capability? Hmm? You'll need it out in the field anyway. Just mind your head.
Yeah, so the voice actor on this one is the Cork.
These people are family.
From DS9.
Curious feeling, knowing that you've seen something that no one else has. That you know something no one else does.
That was intense, wasn't it? The artifacts, I mean. Sorry, this must all be a little overwhelming for you right now. I guess a lot overwhelming, now that I think about it. I'm Noelle. It's really nice to meet you. And thank you for bringing the artifact to us.
Sarah said something about a place for me to stay.
Planning on sticking around then? Good. I think we can find a spot for you. And along the way, I can give you the very abbreviated tour. Right. So you've seen the library, obviously. Walter's quite proud of the collection, but Mateo has made more than a few contributions. Gardens are out the doors there, if you need a moment of quiet contemplation. Emphasis on the quiet part, at least usually. Let's head upstairs. Sebastian Banks, Constellation's founder, had this place built decades ago. It was a big to-do at the time, but most people in the city have forgotten we're here.
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters available to you.
So this is the bar. Usually no tender, so help yourself. Within reason, of course. Now, let's see about that room. You're in luck. We were almost at max occupancy already, but there's still one room up for grabs. It's been nice having the place so full.
Well, that's cool. Wow, this is not going to be confusing at all. Have to walk through this whole place. That's cool.
Okay, this'll be you. Common room on one side, so that'll be quiet, and Mateo on the other side, so maybe a little less quiet. I'm sure Sarah has something planned for each of us, so I'd better get back to it. Don't want to keep her waiting too long. Enjoy!
the skull, yeah. Moby Dick. Mateo's room. Random closet. To a gym of some sort. Room. Boop. She made it back pretty fast.
It's been quieter around here ever since Vladimir went to live on the Eiffel tonight.
Are you doing okay?
I'm not sure anyone really asked yet. Don't want you to think we're focused on the artifacts and nothing else. You matter too. You've done something really significant bringing that artifact here. I'm Mateo, theological scholar by trade, but now, well, an explorer like you. It's really good to have you with us.
This guy's got to be a mole. He's too nice. What do you make of the vision I saw?
I'm not gonna lie, I really wish I could have seen this for myself. It's hard to judge otherwise. Both you and Barrett saw something. I don't think that's a coincidence. Did it feel like it was trying to tell you something? I don't want to necessarily use the words divine revelation, but you know, if the label fits.
If it meant something, I don't understand it.
Okay, that's all right. Maybe you weren't supposed to. Maybe it'll make sense later. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. We just need more data, which means more artifacts.
These artifacts all came out of a cave?
Second one was on Kazal, buried, the same as the one you found.
But the first one, right under our noses for years, sitting in storage, masquerading as an oversized paperweight. Can you imagine potentially the greatest discovery in human history collecting dust?
What brought you to Constellation?
Well, there was some overlap in interests. I'd spent years searching for religious relics from human history. I had made a really incredible discovery, only to lose it to a greedy corporation. So I tried to steal it back. In the process, I met Walter. Turned out he owned the corporation. After a long talk, we realized we had a lot in common, and I was invited to join Constellation. Take care of yourself.
I've occasionally had my doubts about Constellation as an investment. But now, well, it's clearly money well spent. Well, I suppose calling you a rock breaker may have been a bit out of line.
I've been called worse.
Still doesn't excuse it. My frustrations lie more with Barrett. Not the first time his shenanigans have jeopardized one of our ventures. Not fair of me to take it out on you, especially since it would seem he made the right call this time. So, let's start over, shall we? Walter Stroud, CEO of Stroud Eklund, member of Constellation, and oft-times grumpy old man. Welcome aboard.
Just watch the grumpiness in the future.
Now, I've apologized. It's on you to accept and forgive. I'm sure we'll argue again. That's what relationships are. Breakage and repair. By the way, in addition to a place to stay, the Lodge has a wealth of modification and research equipment. Spacesuit customization, pharmaceutical manufacturing, testing alien substances, the whole thing. You can even fashion industrial pieces for large-scale projects, if you don't mind extracting a few raw resources from a nearby planet, that is. I'm a fan of self-reliance.
This isn't what I expect from find a CEO.
Funny thing about companies, you build one sturdy enough, it doesn't need you there all the time to prop it up. Stroud Eklund functions quite well on a day-to-day basis, leaving me time to devote to more esoteric pursuits. For years, I was captivated by the writings of Constellation's founder, Sebastian Banks. I finally decided to do something more than admire from a distance, and so now I call the Lodge home, as much as anywhere else.
So what's your role at Constellation?
Me? Why, I'm the wallet. Someone has to fund all this, and all my success in business doesn't mean much if I can't put it to good use. I don't pretend to have the daring of Ms. Morgan, or the smarts of young Mateo, but I can make sure that they have the resources they need. And, as you've now seen, those resources aren't being wasted. We're onto something big here.
Oh, yeah. This is definitely culty. I think a lot of this is very culty. It's going to be interesting. So,
I do have other things that require my attention, you know.
I mean, I'm talking to somebody. But Bethesda has a lot of things in their games where they will... So they'll make the obviously good faction. And then they'll make the... has good intentions faction. Then they'll have the morally questionable faction. And then they'll push a faction where it's... If you choose to side with them... there's something going on there.
I'm not getting any younger here.
Yeah. So, like with Skyrim, the Stormcloaks were the questionable faction where if you join them, you'll start to realize they're not a very good group of people. In Fallout 4, it was the Brotherhood. And so, I mean, I guess we'll have to see how it goes with them. Do you think the visions I've had mean anything?
Up until very recently, I'd likely have dismissed it as, I don't know, hallucinations. But now, I'm not sure what to think. I don't suppose you have a history of this sort of thing, do you?
I've never seen anything like this in my life.
Yes, I imagined as much. Barrett expressed something similar, in his own unique way. I'm no scientist. I leave that to the likes of Barrett and young Noel there. But I think we can all agree there's something unusual going on here. Frankly, this is the most exciting thing that's happened in years.
What kind of company is Stroud Eklund?
We're most well known for ship manufacture. No expense spared. If you want the best and can afford it, you choose Stroud Eklund. Unfortunately, our success means you'll sometimes see Stroud Eklund ship modules on less than reputable vessels. They covet them. The bastards. I've tried to convince the United Colonies we can help in that regard, but they're married to Deimos Star Yards, and those old salts are stuck in the glory days. Until next time.
God, this game is pretty. So I talked to Mateo, I talked to Walter.
Very funny, Walter.
I talked to Noel.
I am at your service, Captain. Captain, now that you are a member of Constellation, I am at your service. No additional protocols necessary. Also, given the likelihood that you will be out in unsettled space, it might be beneficial to go over exploration outpost development, in case you ever need to build a base for field research.
Outpost development? What do you mean?
The exploration of an unknown planet can be a major undertaking. By building an outpost, you will be able to construct scanning equipment, resource extractors, and defenses. It is even possible to set up multiple outposts capable of manufacturing, allowing you to build advanced equipment.
Sounds useful. I'll keep in touch. I'll try it next time I'm touchdown on planet.
The blueprints you need to construct an outpost should already be on your watch. It will automatically connect to any available materials for construction in your ship's cargo.
What's in here? A door to a basement. Ooh, a basement. Pharmaceutical. Cooking station. So no scrapping ability. Ooh. Don't have polymer, but fully automatic, semi-automatic. Don't have the titanium for it though. Looks like the barrel was the only thing that I could do. Sure. Research. Spacesuit. More missions on here. Yeah. It's a nice looking spacesuit. No lockpicks. So that is one of the things I made a mistake with when I did this playthrough yesterday. The well. Oh, okay. But that explains why the quest marker in the well came here. Is there a stack of materials I can use? Institute workbench. Cosmetic. Is that something I craft? Well, this definitely has me a little bit in over my head, I think. Don't mind if I do. And I do think I need to do a little bit of research on this, just to see what I need to do. But I'll be honest with you, I've actually been really liking this game so far. It has this weird, it kind of has me, it gives me this almost a Knights of the Old Republic vibe, with that Skyrim and with the Fallout vibe going. So I mean, those are all things I like, so we'll definitely have to see on how this game plays out. This will probably be the last time I play here, at least. For about a month. And I think what will most likely happen is I'm going to come back and actually probably start a new game. Because I'm going to be out of town for a month. But I don't know why I'm collecting this stuff. This account's probably going to be deleted. But if you haven't liked what you've seen, go ahead and hit that like button. If you'd like to see more content like this when I come back from my vacation, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. You'll be notified when I stream again. I do appreciate those who have stopped by to hang out, and I hope you have a good day. Bye.